Okay. All right, my seniors, how's everybody doing today? It is Tuesday, so it is that time, okay, for music class with Mr. C. So let me get out my ukulele. Let me get out my ukulele right now. And if you know the jingle, please sing along. Here we go. Time for school, time for music, time to learn together. We can do it. Learning is fun with Mr. C. And learning is fun, guys. Okay, let's learn together, guys. And for the most part, let's just have a good time, everybody. I am so glad to be here. Thank you for joining me, everybody, my seniors, my friends. Okay, and definitely all my friends from around the world. I want to thank all of you guys for your support in subscribing to my YouTube channel, Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy. If any of you have not subscribed, have not been able to subscribe, please do that now. The subscribe button is right there on the bottom. Also hit the notifications button. The notifications actually tell you when there's going to be a new lesson coming up. It'll notify you in advance. So click subscribe and click that notifications button so that you can get awareness of upcoming lessons are coming on. So and also want to remind our friends, okay, all of you guys, to be members of Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy by going on to patreon.com/Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy, which all of that I'm saying is in the description. For a minimum of $1, all you have to do is go on to patreon.com/Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy, and you can become a member of the academy, where you will have access to, especially for all you seniors who have kids, who have your kids who are homeschooling. Definitely this is beneficial for them. There are video courses that I made up so that they can learn fundamentals of teaching, teaching techniques and lesson planning and setting rules and routines for their little ones. Okay, so and plus also teaching techniques on how to teach music. So yes, go onto patreon.com/Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy, where you have access to that. Also access to live Q&As, as well as the upcoming holiday open mic, where in December we'll get to sing our favorite Christmas songs in front of a virtual audience. Okay, all those who become members of Mr. C, and anybody can become a member of Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy. You will be given a certificate of achievement from me. Okay, so lots of good stuff to look forward to if you become a member of the Academy, of Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy, through Patreon. And once again, Patreon, patreon.com/Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy. Okay, well, today's session, everybody, we're going to always start off with a hymnal. Okay, we're going to do some stretches first, of course. We definitely need to get our bodies limber, make sure we're doing, and we're actually going to continue some fitness. We're going to do something different today. We won't be needing anything for percussion. Lately, we've been, doing hand drumming. All right. We're going to skip over that, and we're going to do some conducting. Okay, I'm going to show you the conducting. If you guys know what conducting is, okay, you see the man on the podium with a baton, usually a conductor's baton. Unfortunately, I actually wasn't able to use my baton lately. I was going to use this drumstick, okay? But basically, they have their baton. They stand on this podium. They're wearing that penguin suit, okay? That nice tux. And they're the ones that come up. They're the band leader, so to speak. And they put their hands up like this, and all the instrumentalists, they get ready to go. But here's the thing. You may wonder, what are they doing when they're conducting? Okay, what are they doing exactly? They're not just waving the baton and doing magic like Mickey Mouse over in Fantasia. Okay, they're not doing that. What they're doing is they're actually keeping a beat pattern. They're keeping a beat pattern so that all the other members of the orchestra, the band, whatever the case may be, they can follow. They need that single person to lead them, okay, through the piece that they're playing or singing. Okay, choruses need a conductor as well. Okay, but I'll get more into that in a little bit. But we always start off with a hymn. So if you guys could, the name of the song that we're going to be doing is called "I Am the Bread of Life" by Suzanne Tulin. Okay, direct care workers, if you're there, or if you guys have access to another computer, a tablet, phone, whatever, you can go on the internet, go on the Google search engine, and type in "I Am the Bread of Life." Okay, lyrics, type in the word lyrics, and you should be able to get a set of lyrics right away. Okay, but again, this is by a composer named Suzanne Tulin, and I love this song. I used to love this when I was when I was a teenager. I used to be part of a folk singing group, okay? And we used to sing this song all the time. And it definitely reminds me of, who Christ is, and what he did for his people and what he promises his people. And so, prayerfully, I am part of it. I am part of his kingdom. I always, pray about it. And that's the thing that we do. We always ask God for forgiveness and things like that, and to keep us protected in his loving arms, to keep us with him. And so this definitely, the only one that raised up, died and raised up after 3 days, this is the only guy, the only person, the only one living God that can do that. And so this song is very much a reminder of that, and that's why I love to sing it. I basically used to kind of rock out to it, just just really. This song is such a fun song to do, and definitely worth singing and praising God with. So if you can get those lyrics handy, if you don't know the song, some of you may know this song, some of you might not. If you don't know it, get those lyrics handy through Google search engine. I am the bread of life. Type in lyrics, and those lyrics should pop up and you can sing along with me. But for now, let's get into some stretches, folks. Okay, hopefully you are sitting up straight. Show me that good posture that we always talk about. Okay, our shoulders are relaxed, and let's start rolling the shoulders. Let's off the bat start rolling the shoulders. Nice, feeling that nice massage. Okay, and breathing while you do it, by the way. I know this is something I don't say all the time, but take breaths while you are doing every action, okay? Never not be breathing. Let's put it that way, okay? Never deprive yourself of breaths while you're doing anything physical. And everybody roll the shoulders forward now. Roll those shoulders forward and feel that, again, that nice massage. And everybody look all the way up and look all the way down. Everybody look all the way to your right and all the way to your left. And everybody tilt your head to the right and tilt your head to the left. Remember, we're tilting, we're stretching, those type of things. Do not overdo it, guys, okay? Don't overdo it. Always just, do it to the capacity you can. Sometimes our movement is a little bit limited. What happens is, little by little, the more you do it, the more the limitations become less and less. You start to move in ways that you never thought you could, okay? And this definitely works, okay? But you never want to overdo it, but you definitely want to try. That's the idea, okay? So everybody, let's rotate our necks actually as best as you can, very slowly, all around. Okay, and everybody rotate them the other way. Great. And everybody raise your arms up as high as you can with your back straight again. Raise your arms as high as you can and put them down, hands on lap. And everybody, let's let's also put our hands in front of us and let's start opening and closing our hands. Get that mobility going. Okay. Great. And now everybody squeeze. Let's see squeeze. Okay, squeeze for a while. Keep this for a while and let it go. Shake it off a little bit. There you go. Nicely done. Okay. And everybody take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Once again, deep breath in and deep breath out. Wonderful. Okay, great job, everyone. Great job. Okay, so hopefully you have gotten those lyrics handy. Okay, once again, sing along. Okay, live once again by Suzanne Tulin. Okay, and let's praise God for the ability to do music together, guys. Let's praise Him for that. Okay. I am the bread of life. He who comes to me shall not hunger. He who believes in me shall not thirst. No one can come to me unless the Father beckons. And I will raise you up. And I will raise you up. And I will raise you up on the last day. The bread that I will give is my flesh for the life of the world. And if you eat of this bread, you shall live forever. You shall live forever. And I will raise you up. And I will raise you up. And I will raise you up on the last day. Unless you eat of the flesh of the Son of Man and drink of his blood, and drink of his blood, you shall not have life within you. And I will raise you up, and I will raise you up, and I will raise you up on the last day. I am the resurrection. I am the life. If you believe in me, even though you die, you shall live forever. And I will raise you up, and I will raise you up, and I will raise you up on the last day. Yes, Lord, we believe that you are the Christ, the Son of God, who has come into the world, who has come into the world. And I will raise you up, and I will raise you up, and I will raise you up on the last day. And I will raise you up, and I will raise you up, and I will raise you up on the last day. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was I Will Raise You Up. I'm sorry, I Am the Bread of Life by Suzanne Tulin. Okay, so let's get to the core of our lessons. Oh, but before that, I definitely want to again thank all of you guys who are supporting me in this endeavor to have free music lessons, guys. Free music lessons every week. Definitely all my watchers from around the world. Okay, people from India, my friends from India, my friends from the Philippines, various places from South America, including Ecuador, where my parents are from. Also some various places from the United States as well. You guys have been wonderful. Thank you very much. As well as also people from Japan. Okay, thank you very much for joining us, guys. Yeah, and I want to keep on. Let's spread the word too. Let's spread the word. Like and share. Okay, these lessons are always going to be on YouTube, on this YouTube channel. So do not, once again, do not forget to subscribe. Okay, and hit the notifications button for this class. Okay, and let's get to it, guys. So today I told you guys we're about to do conducting. Okay, so conducting, basically, again, you have the man on the podium with his big conducting baton, or sometimes without. Okay, we're going to not use any batons. I'm not going to require you guys to have a baton or a stick of any kind. If you want to, that's okay, but we're going to use just our hands, guys. Okay, we're going to use that. Okay, and what I like about this lesson is because it definitely encourages gross motor movement. Okay, even though the conductor looks very stationary, we're definitely seeing a lot of gross motor movement going on around when he's using his arms. Okay, and it takes a great deal of concentration. First of all, definitely knowing the music. Okay, if anything, these conductors, these leaders of the band, they, I'll explain this. They know how to read music. Okay, let's just say that they're not just it's not the band that's leading them to do this so that they could look fancy. That's not it at all. They are the band leaders because they are actually leading them. Here's a little bit of history, okay? A little bit of history in case you guys didn't know. In the Baroque era, okay? In the Baroque era of music, okay? This is in Europe, okay? In the Baroque era, which is the 15th century, okay? That's when one of the most famous composers of the time that lived, that was Johann Sebastian Bach. Okay, he was definitely like Michael Jackson of the 20th century. Okay, so yeah, 20th to 21st, his fame surpasses it. Okay, but the idea is that in that era, there used to be orchestras, of course, and that those were the strings bands, also just regular concert bands, and they were small for the most part. And in those times, they had an instrument. It was even before the piano was invented, which was called the harpsichord. Okay, some of you may know about this harpsichord. Okay, what's the difference? They're both keyed instruments, but the mechanism of a harpsichord actually are finger-like, arm-like things that pluck the strings, as opposed to the piano where it has hammers that hits those strings. All right, so there's that. Okay, but the harpsichord player or the organ player of the time, there were organs as well. They were noted as the leaders of the band. Okay, they didn't have conductors then. Okay, the band was small enough that the harpsichordist, okay, like Bach, okay, he would write he would write his concertos and everything, and then he would be the leader, okay, in the performance of his bands, and all the composers did that, and they would be playing the instruments, and they would just kind of do like a count, before they come in, so that they got the tempo, right? And that's the key thing, guys. Tempo. Remember that word, tempo. Tempo is so necessary in everything that we do in music, okay? And what we're going to do now with conducting. And this is what conductors do. They set the tempo for the band, and they are the point of focus that they look to so that they're not in disarray, and they're the organizer, and they go 1, 2, ready, and and they start playing whatever. Okay, they start playing together with the harpsichordist. Okay, now here's the thing: right after the Baroque era, into the classical era, the time of Mozart, time of Haydn. Okay, those guys. All right, the orchestras, all the bands became bigger. They got even bigger. We're talking hundreds, okay? And grew even in size into the Romantic period. But it was not until that classical era that they actually needed a person to lead them. And the reason why, well, they didn't come up with that right away. All they knew was they'd have a bigger band, and it wasn't enough for somebody to be the harpsichordist, which, by the way, at that point, piano was invented, and the harpsichord wasn't as used. Okay, but it was used in some pieces, but not all. But the point being is that it wasn't enough for the key player, okay, to be the leader, because most of the time band members couldn't see them. Okay, there was hundreds of these members of the band, and before you know it, they would get lost. I mean, we're talking hundreds in a band or in an orchestra. So lots of times, they would try it with the keyboard player. They'd set the tempo, and then they would come in at different spots. One would come in too early, another one come in too late, one would come in on time, but it's still, everything became a very jumbled mess. Okay, so long story short, they needed somebody, a single focus that could step onto a podium. Okay, I know I'm cutting off my head there, but step up onto a podium to elevate them higher than everybody else, right? And then conduct them in a way that they could still keep tempo and everyone could stay together. And we could have hundreds of members of a band staying together like a well-oiled machine. Okay, so that's the idea. So that was the importance. It wasn't just for flash for the performance. It's definitely for a particular purpose, to keep everyone in line. You have that one person that definitely knows the music, and they'd have the score, the whole sheet music right in front of them, and they would look at everybody's part and there were lots of multiple parts. You had your basses, your violins, your violas, your cellos, your tubas, your trumpets, your everything, the timpanis, everything. They would keep in control of every single one and make sure they did gestures and kept tempo, so that this way they all stay together and come in on their entrances when they're supposed to. All right. So conducting is a very useful thing. But for us also, just for our health wise now, guys, gross motor movement, and body awareness, that type of thing. Encouragement of posture, because you need the conductors, they always have great posture, right? So they always have great posture, and just again, awareness of body and timing. There's a cognition, there's a cognition going on there, that your thinking skills going on when you're keeping time in that sense. Okay, so we're going to definitely explore that. So what I would like everybody to do, if you can stand up, if you can't, just sit up straight, that's okay. But if you can stand up, I prefer everybody to stand up. So you're going to stand up on your feet, okay? And I'm going to, again, encourage that good posture that you need. And I'm going to show you my whiteboard, okay? Because, hey, how do we learn conducting? We need to know how the beat patterns are going over here. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the 4-beat pattern, okay? And that's when we basically just count to 4 the entire time, very repetitively. Let me fix the camera angle over here so you can see all of me, okay? And I'm going to move my chair, actually. My bench is kind of in the way. Okay, so if we're standing, okay, if you're sitting, again, back straight, shoulders relaxed, okay? If you're standing, then make sure your feet are your shoulder distance apart. Make sure you got that. And this is definitely typical even when it comes to singing. We would definitely want to still encourage that good stance, that nice firm stance. And when I say firm, not overdoing it, just stable. Okay, relaxed too. Okay, we're not standing at attention like soldiers. We're just standing up straight, yet relaxed, yet ready to go. Okay, so our backs are straight. Okay, and our hands are at our sides for the most part. We're going to use, when it comes to conducting, we use the right hand to keep the beat pattern. And that's what I'm going to show you right now, okay? The left hand is actually for emotional content, dynamics, things like, oh, let's get louder, or let's get softer, back off a little bit, okay? And, oh, slow down, oh, come in sweetly, or come in hard, okay? That's what the left hand is for. But the right hand is to consistently keep the tempo, the beat pattern, okay? And so we're going to start with that first. So really only you're going to use is your right hand. We're going to get the emotional stuff much later on another lesson, okay? But we're going to stick with using the right hand. Make sure, again, you got a nice stable stance, okay? Relaxed and nice and straight. So here we go. This is known as the 4-beat pattern in conducting, okay? Notice I have the random numbers, 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? And all this is depicting with your right hand. What we're doing here is we're coming, see where the 1 is? We're actually coming down, okay, in a straight line in the middle of your body. Think middle of your body. You're going to take your right arm and you're going to come down. In fact, I would like you to take your left hand right now and take your right hand. Kind of go like this. Have your hand, okay, showing your palm here. And what you're going to do is you're going to do this for a while, everyone. You're going to just like this. Okay, you're not clapping. You're just taking your fingertips here and you're tapping on your palm, your right palm, okay? And I want you to feel that bounce, okay? Let's do this for a while, okay? Let's do this for a while. Ready? And go. Just like that. Feel that bounce, guys, okay? Now, the reason why we're doing this too, okay, we're feeling that bounce is because I want you to get a sense of feeling that when you come down on the 1, okay, we're going straight down on 1, straight across the middle of our bodies, right? You're getting a sense of feeling like you're showing the beat where it is. You're showing your band, I should say, you're showing them where the beat lies, okay? Notice you should feel that bounce right there, right? Okay, now this is what's going to happen. While you're still doing this, we're going to fade out the left hand. I'm going to take the left hand away, okay? Remember, feel that bounce, like a bounce, boom, okay? But we're going to take the left hand away in a little bit, and then we're going to keep bouncing as if the left hand is there, but it's really not. Okay, watch this and go. Take it away. Okay, so there should be like a flick of the wrist. You see that? A flick of the wrist, and imagine an imaginary surface that you're bouncing on with your fingertips. Okay, that's how it should feel. And every time you do that, basically I'm showing you where the beat is. So when you bounce off like that, it feels nice and firm, even though there's nothing there. I'm not hitting anything there. I'm hitting the air, but I'm bouncing. Just like that. Okay, stop for a second and shake out that right arm, because we could do this for a long time, right? And then we can find a little bit of strain. Make sure, again, you adjust your posture, okay? Make sure you're adjusting your posture so you have that going for you. I'm just checking my time over here. Okay, so let's continue. We're going to use our right hand again. Now, the idea is we're going to bounce on one, right? We're going to go down, and then we're going to come over. We're going to come over to your left side, and you're coming over to 2. So when you come over, boom, okay? You're coming over to 2, and there's a bounce there. So watch this. It's going to go 1 to your left, go towards your left, 2, okay? So 1, 2, okay? By the way, I forgot to mention this. Guys, the fingertips in conducting, there's a term for this, okay? That term where you see the bounce happening, that is known as your ictus, okay? Say that, ictus, I-C-T-U-S. In fact, I'm gonna write it down, guys, so that you can see that. Okay, that is your ictus, okay? Your ictus is known as the point where the beat can be seen in conducting with your fingertips and utilizing the wrist. So we're going again, 1, 2, okay? And so down the straight middle of your front, in your middle of your body in the front, 1, 2, okay? Do that with me. Ready? And go. 1, 2, okay? Now after that, we're gonna go for beat number 3. So after we do number 2, we're coming back towards our right side, our right, and coming for 3, okay? And flicking that wrist. So if we go 1, 2, and then back to the right, 3. See that? See that? Okay, there's a certain bounce. You should be feeling it, and definitely it should be able to be visible to your band members, okay? Let's pretend you're conducting in front of a band, basically. That's how we should always look at it, actually. Always envision a band in front of you, looking to see where your ictus is touching every beat, okay? So it's 1, 2, 3. So down in the middle, over to your left, and back to your right. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. Everybody do that with me. Ready? On my count. 1 and 2, and let's go. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're not done yet, because this is a 4-beat pattern. Here's beat number 4. This is what's going to happen. After you hit 3 to your right, you're coming back over to the middle, so to speak. You're coming back to the middle, and you're bouncing on beat 4. Boom, and going straight up. So watch this. So basically, it's 1, 2, 3 to the right, and 4 in the middle and up. See where 4 was? After I came from 3, I went 4. I came around and I bounced up again, and that is your beat number 4. So let me show you very slowly right here. It's going to go down the middle for 1, to the left for 2. And there's that flick. You see that bounce, and back to the right for 3, and middle and up for 4. Down 1, left 2, right 3, middle up 4. Down 1, left 2, right 3, middle 4, and up. Okay, you see that? So once again, it should go like this: 1, 2 to the left, 3 to the right, 4 in the middle and up, okay? Let's try that together. I'm going to give you a 4 count this time, and you're going to come in with me and do it together. Let's roll our shoulders a little bit, just to take away any possible strain that might be happening, okay? Adjust, make sure you're sitting up or standing up straight, feet at shoulder distance apart, okay? So you have a good firm stance, and right hand up. Here's my 4 count. 1, 2, ready, and conduct. And down 1, 1, left 2, right 3, middle up 4, down 1, left 2, right 3, middle up 4, down 1, left 2, right 3, middle up 4, and done. Let's stop right there. Okay, so there's another discipline, another type of exercise that uses kind of some movements with your hands, and that's known as Tai Chi. You probably have heard of it, okay? Tai Chi, that Oriental. So there's, and they always say when you feel those movements, you should be feeling your chi. And there is a certain feeling when you're going into those slow movements, you're stretching your tendons in the body, right? But at the same time, you're feeling sort of a force, if you will, nothing mystical, but sort of in the movement in the air. You're feeling that kind of movement there, and that's what you should be feeling when you're doing those exercises. So in a way, music kind of helps you in that because again, we have to feel that bounce, right? That bounce every time. It's kind of like a force there. It's a bounce in the beat 1 and beat 2 and 3, nice bounce, and 4, like that, okay? So in a way, it's kind of like we're doing our musical chi type of thing, okay, if you want to look at it that way, okay? But the idea is to feel that bounce, okay? You manipulate your wrist, your fingertips over here, which is your ictus, known as your ictus, to create that bounce so that those beats can be visible to your bandmates. Let's try it again one more time, guys, and then we're done, okay? So adjust your posture, make sure your feet are planted, shoulder distance apart, right hands up, and here comes my 4 count. 1, 2, ready, last time, conduct, and go. Down 1, left 2, right 3, up 4, 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 and off. Okay, did you guys break a sweat? Is there, okay, you're feeling that? Okay, shake them out, shake it out a little bit, and take a deep breath in. Okay, you guys should be feeling nice. Okay, this is a good physical activity and definitely enhances your understanding of tempo in music and beats and things like that. Okay, it's definitely a well-rounded type of skill to know how to conduct. Okay, and here's the thing. Once you get used to that tempo that we were taking at, that was kind of a slow to moderate tempo. If there are other songs that are faster than that, they could be at a fast tempo. So that music can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then in which case you would have to show the ictus as you're conducting. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And notice how much smaller the movements are because of the speed and the tempo. Okay, so it just depends. Some songs are slow, some songs are very fast. Okay, but once you get used to the basic beat pattern, it'll come very natural, guys. Well, guys, thank you so very much for joining us. Great job. Give yourselves a round of applause. That was really fantastic. Good job, everyone. Okay, so we are done for today. Next week, I will show you another beat pattern. I'm going to show you the 3 beat pattern next week, okay? So show you how that goes. Of course, before that, another hymnal so that we can thank God for everything that we do. Guys, thank you again so much for your support. I am going to go now, and please remember to subscribe. Also become a member of Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy through patreon.com/Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy. For the minimum of $1, you can get those benefits that are described in the description. Hit subscribe, hit the notifications button, and let's keep doing music every week, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this. Guys, I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Take care.